For people meeting you and they don't know who you are, what you're doing, can you tell us in your own words about yourself? Like describe yourself in your own words.
So my name is Londen Michal. I'm 15 right now, and I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I started doing musical theater in 2021, and I auditioned for this show, The Little Mermaid, at a community theater in Slidell. And I got a leading role in my first show, so that was crazy. That was crazy.
Testament.
Yes, and then they called me back to do a Michael Jackson tribute.
Okay.
And then they called me back for another show, and so I was doing shows for about 2 years, back to back, no break in between.
That's awesome.
At the theater, and I came and visited Lafayette, and I saw the Creole Nutcracker, and I was like, I gotta do that.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Oh my gosh.
So I took a leap, and I moved from New Orleans to Lafayette with my aunt to audition for the show, and I made it in. And
oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm so glad that we're talking because I didn't know your backstory. So from New Orleans, and you were in theater, came out here, you saw the Creole Nutcracker, which absolutely amazing production, and it inspired you. You auditioned for it, got that role as well, and you moved out here. That is quite the story. I love that. I absolutely love that. When did you first realize that creating and expressing yourself through art was something that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, I think ever since I was younger, I've always been creative. I remember me and my sisters, we used to have like talent shows in like the living room in front of the TV, cute. And like just do stuff like that. We still wanted to do like cooking competition shows. Like we were always super creative, and and my mom is musically inclined, so I always grew up in that creative environment, and so I think finding theater really proved to myself like, oh, this is home. You know, this is what I like to do.
Gotcha. So it was always around, but then you found your own lane, your own groove in theater.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Gotcha. So talking about the show coming up on Saturday, how did the idea for Rhythm of Our Roots first come to mind?
Yeah, so I knew I wanted to do some type of show. I don't know if I wanted it to be like a concert of my own or something. I wanted it to be something meaningful though. And Black History Month was coming around. It was 2024. Okay. About to be 2025 for Black History Month. And I was like, I should do a Black History Month show. So I tried to get in contact with a few people to make it happen in 2 months, and it fell through.
Not the 2 months.
But I knew I wanted something to celebrate us, Black people, and something that I can relate to is music. And so I was like, what if I tell the story of how music came about and evolved through our history? So I got to work.
No, that's right.
Now we're here.
That's what's up. So it went from that 2 months not being able to contact. Is that just led you to maybe putting more persistence behind it, passion behind it, ironing out all the
I think I'm so glad I wasn't able to do it.
Gotcha.
Because of that, I was able to use basically a whole year, and really we spent like 3 months getting the script together. And so I was able to take my time and make sure it flowed perfectly.
Yeah. When would you say the point was that you were like, okay, it's time to turn this into a full production? Like from the paper to the stage?
Yeah, I think I remember it was my first time. It was like super late at night. I had just got out of work. It was my first time reading it and running through with all the music. I was like, this is it.
Absolutely, I love that.
Script, and I'm working with 2 wonderful people I met at a talent show I did, and they're helping me put the show on with all like the logistics of things. And so we had a meeting and we went through it, and it was like, let's do it.
That's the beauty in the art community, like being able to lean on each other, reach out to each other, and you get wisdom, you get inspired. There's inspiration everywhere. That's a beautiful thing. I want to ask you in regards to the show, being that you are producing it or you have produced it, is there a particular moment in the show that is especially personal to you?
That's a good question. I think, so in the show we go through 3 genres. We do jazz, soul music, and like pop. Okay. I think that pop in 2000s, late 90s R&B area, that hits hard for me. My mom, I grew up listening to that type of music.
Gotcha.
So now, first of all, to be able to perform it is one thing. But
And
to
I've seen you perform it at a night with the Parks. You were absolutely amazing.
I appreciate it. To be able to perform it, and not only perform it, say it's in a full body of work that's completely original.
Right.
That's just something super special, and I'm excited for like people like my mom and people that's watching me grow up and grow into this to see that.
That's beautiful. What do you want, or what is your hope for the audiences and everybody that comes out? What do you hope they walk away with?
Yeah. So I have 2 missions. My first one is that we should pay more attention to younger creatives. One of my biggest things, one of my mentors has told me is if you can't find an opportunity, make it yourself. And so
shout out, mentor, yes. Absolutely.
And so that's been my whole drive with getting this show done. And so I hope people walk away and like, dang, someone 15 produced a show, and it's a big show.
Yeah.
So I hope they walk away feeling inspired and wanting to connect with the arts. And then I hope we pay more attention to where our music scene is going right now. I mean, it's in shambles. And so I'm hoping
it's definitely different.
Right. I'm hoping that this brings at least a small group of people that's there, that brings them back to what music used to be and where it can go to if we keep it on the right track.
I would agree with you there. You spoke a little bit earlier about your mentor, and I'd love to ask you, what has collaboration been like with your mentor, with your cast, with anybody else who's helping you? What has that been like?
So I'm a really big person. I'm an advocate for reaching out and asking for help. I'm very open to it. And so I have a few mentors around like that I've all met since I moved out here. And I think it's really been in moments I've been stressed or like kind of confused what to do, because this whole process is new to me.
Right.
Going to those mentors and asking like, hey, like what is, just asking for guidance. It's I think that's kept me grounded and kept me going throughout this whole process. And my cast, I love them. I love them. I do. We work hard, and it's a good show to see. I can't wait for everyone to see what we've been working on.
Yeah, that was really good. Like, I really like what you said about reaching out when you feel stressed and acknowledging that, you know what, this is something I've never done before.
Right.
But also not being scared because you've encountered such safe spaces to be like, okay, I need to set I need a little bit of guidance. And that's really important to have. And it's just another thing that leaves me in awe of you, that at 15 you're able to grasp that, when I can admit at 36 sometimes I still struggle with that. So I commend you on that. That's absolutely amazing. What has surprised you most about yourself while working on this production?
That's a good question. That's a good one. I think my ability to persist, definitely. There has been, so we've been working on this show since about last, February. And there's always been something, a challenge or something that we had to either break through the wall or climb over it. And so I think being able to get past all of those challenges. At this point, the show is Saturday.
Right, I know that's right. I done made it.
Right. So my ability to persist and make sure I'm keeping myself grounded and not getting in my head about it. I think it could be super, super easy to focus on just the show and not worry about, like, I'm still a student,
right?
And not be overwhelmed and feeling like wanting to quit. So my ability to persist and my mental strength has really shocked me.
It's beautiful. It's almost like sometimes we don't know how much we can hold until it's in our
right. It's in our hands. It's just like, we gotta get through it.
We got to. What does self-expression mean to you at this stage in your life?
This show is expressing myself.
Yeah,
I'm expressing what my vision is to look at the show. I'm expressing how I feel about certain things. I'm expressing everything about me. So I think self-expression is super important because it helps you get it off your chest.
I get it exactly.
It helps you get it off your chest.
Yeah. When you can't formulate the words, guess what can? Our art. Our art can do.
Exactly.
I may not be able to tell you exactly what I feel or what I mean, but come out, watch Rhythm of Our Roots on Saturday. Exactly.
You'll see, yeah.
What would you say to another young person who may be in their art career as well, may have dreams and ambitions like you do, and they need maybe that little foundation, that grounding?
Yeah, I definitely want to pass on my message. When you can't find the opportunity, make one for yourself.
That's a good one.
I think what you just have to do is trust in yourself and trust in your ability to create. And you have to be very vulnerable and willing to learn and willing to be new to things. Throughout this whole process, it's been so many things I've never even thought about before, and I've just had to trust in myself and God to sit back and let it ride. And so do that, and also don't feel like you have to do one thing. Don't feel like you just have to dance, or you just have to direct, or you just have to sing. Do all of it, and find a way for that to go in one thing. And just, if you have an idea, save it for later. Even if you might not be able to accomplish it, work at it and just stay grounded. That's my advice.
Wonderful. That's some really good advice. How has creating this show changed you?
That's a good one. Creating the show, it's changed my vision on a lot of things. Like I said, I'm working with 2 other wonderful people, so I've been able to get other opinions. Right. I think it's amazing to have your own idea, but get those other opinions that might change your perception of it. Yeah. And so throughout writing this script, there's been so many ideas that's expanded so much, right? And been some key parts of the show because of the other people. Yeah,
hearing it from somebody else, seeing it through somebody else's eyes, I definitely understand what you mean about that being such a good benefit when creating this production.
Exactly.
What are some creative dreams you're excited about for the future?
Well, definitely, after Rhythm of Our Roots, I'll officially be a business owner, Londen Michal Entertainment.
Let's go! Yes. Congratulations, that's beautiful.
So, in the future, I want to release some more music. I'm looking into that. I want to perform on larger scales. Yeah. And really, you just gotta watch it in action. Okay. Things like that they just come over time.
I agree.
I'm excited. I'm turning 16, my sweet 16 after the show.
Okay. Yeah. What a birthday gift you're giving yourself. That's awesome.
So I'm excited to use that time as a creative rest and to formulate some new ideas, because I've been performing since 2021 nonstop. Right. So I'm excited to use this period as a rejuvenation period.
What a way to cap that off. How would you describe Rhythm of Our Roots to someone who's thinking about coming this Saturday?
I describe it as community, culture, fun, relaxation. I think this experience will be something, if you're older, to kind of remember the past and remember what you grew up on, as well as maybe if you have kids, put them on some of that music. And then for the younger people, you get to listen to what you listen to and bring your mom. So it's something that everyone can relate to and everyone can have a good time.
A little bit for everybody.
Exactly.
Awesome. Lastly, what are you most proud of in yourself at this very moment?
I'm proud of myself for, like I said, keeping going. This project, I have learned so much. I have learned any aspect of a show you could think about. I've learned it, and I'm still learning it. The show's in 2 days. We're still
never stop learning.
Never stop. So I'm proud of myself for not only working myself to be able to find the people that help me put this together, but creating opportunities for more people. My cast, they tell me all the time, they're like, you inspire me to do this. A lot of them haven't touched the stage, or they're not actively performing. Wow. And so I'm honored to be able to provide this opportunity for other people as well as myself.
That's amazing. I am very grateful for you coming and sitting with me and just sharing a piece of your world, your project that's upcoming. I will add to what your cast has told you. You've inspired me in the little time that we've been here. That line you said about, if there is an opportunity, create an opportunity. You really spoke to my soul, and I'm going home and I'm going to create some opportunities. Yes. I cannot wait to come to the show Saturday. I will be there in support.
Looking forward to it.
And I wish you the best. This has been great.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Of course.